1,
2,
No pressure.
3,
4.
5.
Take a minute and think about your life before COVID. My life was going to school, going to church, going to sporting events, and spending as much time with my friends and family as I could. Now I want you to take a minute and think about your life now that COVID has affected us. For some, that might be not going to work, or not being able to see people that you would normally see on a daily basis. For me, that was not going to school every day, not being able to have any sporting events or practices, not having any extracurricular activities, and not doing many of the things that I took for granted. There's one group of people, however, who during this pandemic have not stayed home, but they have gone to work every day, maybe more than they used to try and make this pandemic come to an end. As of September 22nd, 2021, there have been over 43 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 just in the United States. There have been over 200,000 people hospitalized from COVID. And there have been over 7,000 deaths due to COVID-19. Let that sink in. These doctors and nurses know these statistics, but they're not scared of them. They go to work every single day to try to make life come back to normal. Doctors and nurses do this at a great personal risk to themselves. They work tedious and long hours, risk the fact that they could be spreading it to other people or giving it to themselves without even knowing it. And all of this can have a big toll on their mental health. The doctors and nurses that do this do not care that they could get sick, but they just do this because they want this pandemic to be over. They might not go see elderly people that they would normally see just so they don't get them sick. They work tedious and long hours due to the fact that there is a shortage of people to work jobs in hospitals. There's a shortage of PPE, so they don't have the proper equipment at all times that they might need to stay protected from this virus and other things that are common in hospitals. These long hours are becoming even worse due to the fact that there are even less people being able to work because more and more people have been affected by the Delta variant of COVID. Seeing everything that doctors and nurses see every day can take a big toll on their mental health. This can cause them to be lonely and feel isolated at all times. Doctors and nurses may feel more lonely than any of us, but they may never tell us because they just want this to be over. The fact that COVID can be spread through the air means that they might not be able to see people that they would normally see. So instead of coming and cooking dinner for their families like they normally might, they'll come home and they'll go in a room by themselves so that they don't risk getting anyone else sick. I couldn't do that. The website nursesworld.org states that coping mentally and emotionally with the COVID-19 pandemic is difficult for everyone, but is even more so for nurses. Please know that you are not alone and you are providing care for a grateful nation. Doctors, nurses, janitorial hospital staff, EMTs, and everyone who continues to do so much work during this pandemic do not expect anything in return. They don't do this because they need to be applauded or anything. They just do this because they want this pandemic to be over. They want life to go back to normal, and they want us to be able to go to work 5 days a week and go to school 5 days a week and be able to have football games and prom and everything that me, even like as a senior, have missed out on so greatly. All of this that they have done will not go unnoticed, and I would like to thank every one of them for the sacrifices that they have made. Thank you.
1,
2,
3,
4.